And today the FBI said it was still trying to figure out how long Saipov had lived in Tampa. Agents want to know who he came in contact with and when he may have left for New Jersey and then ultimately New York. 10 News reporter Eric Glasser is looking into it and why information about him could be difficult to uncover.
Oh my God!
It's sickening, and it needs to stop.
The Council on American Islamic Relations office in Tampa confirms it is communicating with the Department of Homeland Security to learn more about terror suspect Sayfullo Saipov.
The first thing we wanted to do, just because we knew he had a Tampa connection, is reach out to people who could have potentially known him and say, hey, do you know anything about him? Do you know anything about this guy?
CARE's executive director says their office had never had contact with Saipov, although they're located only about 6 blocks from the Temple Terrace apartment complex where investigators say he lived. Still unclear whether Saipov was still living here in the weeks, perhaps months, he was planning the attack.
I'm going to speak to relatives, we're going to speak to acquaintances, people that he's worked with, but I don't have that right now.
Representatives of the apartment complex declined to go on camera, but did release this written statement confirming that Saipov did in fact live here, but it doesn't say, again, when, and that they are working closely with law enforcement to answer any questions that they may have. One resident tells CBS she thinks Saipov and his family left here about 6 or 7 months ago, donating a computer to a neighbor who had since given it to charity.
There was already investigators asking me, have you seen this man?
Other residents say people came home yesterday to see law enforcement all over the place, unsettling, now knowing a terrorist lived just a few doors away.
When I see the picture of him, I think, I've seen him somewhere before.
CARE says it would not be surprising if Saipov prayed on occasion at the nearby Islamic Society of Tampa, where they too are asking if anyone recognizes him. But so far, no one claims to recall anything about him.
Is it possible he attended it? Anything's possible, yeah, but he wasn't so visible that he was really recognizable as a frequent member. I mean, I go to that mosque daily for prayers, and I certainly don't recognize him.
For now, officials are still trying to piece together just how long Saipov lived here and who he might have come in contact with during that time.
It's scary to think you don't know the people that are living right next to you. And you should just be more aware.
He doesn't represent the Tampa community. He doesn't represent any faith community, and we're just utterly horrified and shocked.
In Tampa, Eric Glasser, 10 News.
We're also learning that Tampa isn't the only spot in Florida where Saipov apparently lived. He got a traffic ticket in Dallas, Iowa in December 2011. On that citation, he lists a Fort Myers address.